Greetings! Today is July 22nd, 2025. And we're back with another video. And in this video, we're going to be reviewing the newly released METRON from the New Gods. New Gods comic. If you haven't read that New Gods comic yet, I suggest you read it. It has some awesome artwork. The story is reworked and redone to fit pretty much a new story, a new way of how to look at New Gods. It's written by a very good writer, and the art, like I said, the artwork is fantastic. You know what I'm saying? If you're a fan of the New Gods, I highly recommend the new Gods. You can pick it up. I think they're only like 10 issues in, but I would definitely pick it up because my man METRON here is actually in it. And he's the same METRON as everyone knows him as. Mysterious chair. He rides in, goes to different dimensions, goes to different times. You know what I'm saying? Really barely ever interferes. People don't know who he is. Even the chairs are mysterious, as mysterious as him. You know what I'm saying? But overall, METRON came out just as good as I had wanted him. How I acquired this? Okay, so I went into Target, and I was looking for the whole Geekathon thing, right? You know, I knew that on June 20th, Kite Man was coming out. I wanted to get Kite Man, okay? It was a Target exclusive. Kite Man was in stock, okay? So, but I was looking for Kite Man, but I was also looking for the Marvel Legends Psylocke and Thanos 2-pack that everyone's going crazy over. Ended up finding my Psylocke and Thanos 2-pack. You know what I'm saying? It was very helpful. Very nice people in Target. You do not have to treat these people like, you know, a-holes. Be respectful. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? People will be willing to help you. You know what I mean? I heard some horror stories. But anyway, I'm going to Target looking for Kite Man. The guy, you know, he pull out his little device, says, you know, we don't have any in stock, but you can go to this other one and we have it over there. They have 6. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. I can just go right over there, pick mines up and leave. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I intended to do. But when I got there and the guy was, you know, he was over in electronics, he actually very, very nice person. He's like, yeah, you know, let me check the back. It says we got 6 on hand. He goes in the back. He grabs Kite Man. He says, I got your Kite Man. I said, cool. He's like, you're lucky because this is the only Kite Man we have. And this is how the conversation went. So I'm like, what do you mean? That's the only Kite Man. I can't be that lucky. He's like, yeah, because the other in the box is other characters. So in my little curious mind, you know, curious minds want to know, says, well, let me see those other characters. So he says, I'll be right back. He comes out, has a whole box of new Mcfarlane figures that I guess is just shadow dropping because I haven't seen him up for pre-order yet. So not only did he have Dark Stars, he had the Dark Stars, both platinum and regular. He had METRON, which I was so happy to see METRON because I already had Kite Man. You know what I'm saying? So I got the Kite Man, got the METRON. I got pretty much the entire wave. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? I took a picture and posted it up. But yeah, man, I was happy to see METRON. And I haven't seen anybody talk about it or even mention that, yo, they found it in store. Because first time I'm seeing it. They didn't have the platinum METRON. I think once I got mines and I came home and looked on social media, everybody was showing that there's a platinum of him is black. I didn't see that. You know what I'm saying? I only grabbed what I saw. You know what I mean? But it was only one box. And it's a random box. So if you see that DCPI of Kite Man, okay, just know that that is a random wave. That is it's a wave with all of them in it. It's not just Kite Man. You know, Kite Man is the gold label exclusive, but these characters are in there too. So if you see, you know, I know like people like check inventory. If you see 6 or 7, it may be there, it may not be there. I know that some other guys are saying that they get in the animated series wave instead with the same DCPI, but yeah, man, that's how I acquired METRON. So let's take a closer look at METRON. So here stands METRON from the New Gods, and with his Morbius chair. I really like this Morbius chair. Aside from the character itself, it's the same standard body as you had if you got Orion. They both share similar sculpts and everything. They got the gloves. You know what I'm saying? He comes with 2 separate other displayed hands. So not only does he have the fist hands, but he also has the pointing hand where he's like, you know, pointing or looking beyond the galaxy. And he has another fist for his right hand. He also comes with a open hand. I guess that's just to touch the monitor that's connected to the chair. So it looks like he's typing on it just to move around, which is very cool. But I really like the way METRON came out, man. Like he just looks, and you can see his eyes are dilated and white. sculpted head. So this is all new head sculpt. You know what I'm saying? He even has ear imprints on here, which is pretty cool as well. But like I said, standard base body. You know what I'm saying? You still get the pins. The pins don't bother me. May bother you. He also has a painted design as far as his outfit. And if you see, they painted all the way up to the brim. So even if you rock them back like that, you won't have that problem of breaking the paint sculpt. So it's pretty cool. He has articulation up here. He has articulation at his waist. So he can definitely get all of those poses, which he really doesn't need it. But I like this particular body for any other superhero we get, because it's a very, very good articulated body. He has double jointed elbows. And you can stretch out this far. Go all the way around. But yeah, I actually like this. And like I said, if you have the Orion, then you know exactly what you're getting. He has toe articulation. Ankle rocker. But very, very, very nice. Very nice character. I actually like METRON a lot. And I've been reading the book. And like I said, if you haven't read the new series of... if you haven't read the New Gods, I suggest you read it. It's great artwork and a great story. A very good, interesting take on a new modernized New Gods. All the characters in the New Gods are particularly the same as you've always known them. It's just a different writer with a different story. And the story is fantastic. It picks up right after the death of Darkseid. I don't want to spoil too much, but the whole universe is in peril. And that's all I'm going to give you. But I think it's about 8 or 9 issues in. But you should definitely read the New Gods. The New Gods is a really good book. And here is the chair. Now the chair is very, very detailed. I mean, they got the buttons, the widgets, and everything. Everything has a dry brush to it, so it really stands out. And I could see guys actually want to take a pen to this or some black paint and give it a good wash. But overall, this chair came out fantastic. And it's also 2 pieces. So when you do pick this up, you're going to have the seat part apart, separate. You're going to have to clip that in on the back and clip it in. So that's what I had to do when I got this. As far as like this up here, now this spins. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, this spins. So it gives you that mechanical look like he's about to, time jump or dimension jump. Overall, very, very, very nice chair. I like this. I like the way this came out, man. This character didn't really need that much, movement or articulation, but I'm glad they gave it to him anyway. Because as far as the New Gods, I want them to put as much attention to detail in the New Gods, just like they would do any other Batman or Superman. I am a big fan of the New Gods and the direction that the writer is taking them with the new series that's out right now. But overall, I really like this. You're gonna have a little bit of problems though, because you're gonna try to slide out the chair. But if you get the articulation right, you can actually have them just sitting there. And then like I said, the hands are very expressive, so you can take the hands off, attach it on like that. And you can get a good, pose and have him sitting down just monitoring, all the exploits of the universe. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I really, really like that a lot. This is a great figure. This is one of the figures that I was really wanting more than Kite Man. But like I said, he didn't go up for pre-order. And I was surprised because I definitely would have pre-ordered him, but I don't know if it's even going to go up in pre-order. It's just going to get released in a wave. But like I said, if you check your targets, that box that they have, if they have a randomized box, he may be in there, because I'm telling you, I got 2 platinums from that box. You know what I'm saying? I got the Dark Star Platinum, and I got the what's the other guy name? I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, Dark Archer. That's who I forgot. Dark Archer. This is who was in the box, and his son who has the scar on his face. You know what I'm saying? Overall, this entire wave is amazing. But like I said, get out there, you go to your targets, check it out, see if they have Kite Man. If their Kite Man comes up and they have it in back, you may end up getting lucky like I did and finding this guy. You know what I'm saying? Now, filling out the New Gods, New Gods shelf, like I said, I hope we get more of the New Gods. You know what I'm saying? Just like Orion here. Orion, like I said, shares the same body as, METRON, which is good, because I like the fact that they're using this body for the New Gods. I want them to continue to keep using this particular scope for the New Gods, in the future. I'm still waiting on Big Barda. I know we getting, what do you call it? scot-free, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I really am happy that we are getting New Gods characters. And just to have the Morbius chair with Metron itself is just, I'm telling you, like taking photography and everything that I've been doing, it just makes it pop. I love to see these characters in a new light and a new line. And like I said, I hope before Mcfarlane, you know what I'm saying, license expires, he can finish off the New Gods and give us a lot of, you know, good characters from that story. Now, as far as size comparisons, here he is standing next to the newly released Masters of the Universe Faker from the He-Man series. And here he is standing next to the newly released Marvel Legends Psylocke from the Marvel Gameverse 2-pack. And here he is standing next to the WWE wrestler Becky from the WWE Wrestlers line. Here he is standing next to Jada Toys Street Fighter Cammy. Here he is standing next to Hasbro's G.I. Joe Classified line Cobra Commander. And here he is standing next to Darkseid from the collector build. Well, not only collector build, but you can actually buy the whole Darkseid. But that's the scale of the DC Multiverse Darkseid figure. And that wraps up my review of the DC Mcfarlane Multiverse Metron New Gods with his Morbius chair. Rate, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you're going to pick this figure up. Tell me if you see this in the wild. Because, you know, like I said, you hit up targets. You use that DCPI. That DCPI number is a Kite Man character. But it could be any of the characters in that wave. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was surprised when I found them. Happy I found them. Happy to add them to my collection. Would love to see the Platinum if I see it in the wild. If not, but I'm pretty much satisfied with what I got. Because this is... You know what I'm saying? Jack Kirby's design. This is his characters. And you know what I'm saying? I know the newly released Fantastic Four movie is out. You got the Superman movie out. So, you know, both DC and Marvel is rocking right now as far as movies. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But rate, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. And I'll catch you another video in the future. Peace!